this session we are going to discuss about cascading style sheet. See, in order to transform the XML document, we are having two different style sheet languages. One is cascading style sheet, another one is extensible style sheet language, XSL and CSS. By using these two languages, we are able to transform the XML document either in the displayed format or rendered format or some other form. For example, the XML may be transformed into another XML document or ASP document or any other language document we are able to transfer. And also I told that in the specific format we are able to transform the XML document in the displayed format or rendered format. That we are going to see in the cascading style sheet. The CSS applied to HTML or XHTML or XML document in general. Generally we are applying CSS document into HTML or XHTML and XML document. And then XSL, as I said previously, it is used to transform the XML document to another form. You can add a style also. Next one, cascading style sheet advantages. Why we need to use this? And what are the problems exist in this CSS? In advantages portion, we are getting two different advantages. Makes website more flexible and easier to maintain. And the third one is disadvantages. The CSS is more flexible. The reason is CSS is reusable. Once you define the CSS, you are able to use the CSS wherever you want. And next one, you can define style for all web pages commonly, or for different web pages we can set or we can design different styles which is nothing but text format, text size and larger size, smaller size or any different font size or color or some other forms. So if you want, you can apply same style to many pages, or different pages can have different styles. That's why it is CSS getting more flexible. And next one is easier to maintain. CSS file or CSS design is very easier because it follows HTML like code. You know that HTML is a very simple markup language, also very efficient markup language for rendering the text, so that a cleaner HTML code is presented in CSS. And separate styles, this is very important property. See, HTML tag or page content, right? HTML tag and page content is separated from the style. You can modify the page content without affecting the HTML tags. Without affecting the HTML tags, you can modify the page content. So that is the major benefit in the maintenance concern, because we are developing a page based on the current scenario. In later stages, you may have different content, or your business may be grown. So in such case, you need to modify that web page, or the user may want additional functionalities in the website. In such case, you are in a need of modifying your content, web page content. In such case, you can change the content without changing the style. It means within the paragraph you can change the content, but you are defining the tags based on class ID, HTML tags and so on, so that without affecting the styles or CSS, you can change the HTML page content. And also consistent look, that is very important. Consistent look, because we are setting the font size, font name, colors fixed in a fixed fashion, so that the entire website or across entire website you are getting the consistent look. And also if you are changing in one place, then it will automatically apply to wherever that particular style is required, already defined, right? Wherever we are defining that style in the page content, in all those places we are able to change. That is very important. In the maintenance concern, if you change the style in one place, that will automatically apply to wherever we are having the equivalent tags. The disadvantages are it is not uniformly supported by all browsers. That is the major disadvantage. You are getting one style in one browser and in another style you may not get the same effect. The reason is each and every browser has its own set of rendering codes, so that we are not getting the uniformity between browsers. When you take the browser concern, Firefox provides more functionality towards CSS than the other browser like Internet Explorer and so on. And next one, we are going to discuss about a cascading style sheet. CSS allows you to add style to an HTML element. So obviously we are defining the HTML content or web page content. If you want to apply a particular style in a particular document, then we are able to do that by using CSS. For example, we can set color, we can change the size of a text, or we can position left alignment, right alignment, like positioning the text within the web page. Everything is possible by using CSS. And then there are two aspects, right? There are two important points you should remember if you are going to add style to the web page via CSS. One is declaration, another one is selector. In the declaration concern, it specifies what is the style you want. What is the style you want? That should be available in the declaration portion. And then the next one, where we need to apply. Where we need to apply, in which document we need to apply. In which document we need to apply, that should be decided by or referred by the selector. Referred by the selector. See, as I said in the previous slide, declaration part. See here, we are having font size, background color, text color, margin, 20 points. Likewise, we are able to declare whatever styles we required for that particular page. We can give all those styles in the declaration part. So automatically, whenever we are declaring certain styles in the declaration part, that will be applied to the HTML element or XML element. That will be applied to HTML element or XML element. And then we are getting the effect, what is the style we already set in the declaration part that we are getting during the runtime, background color, margin, and so on, all those properties applied to the XML or HTML element. For simplicity concern, we are going to see CSS with the HTML tags, and finally we will see one XML document with the CSS applied, right? I mean XML document with the CSS we will see at last. Most of you may know the HTML tags, so that very simple, as I said in the advantages portion, CSS is very simple to apply HTML elements. So first we will see the HTML element with the CSS, and then later on we will see XML element. See, concept wise both are equal, HTML or XML. In XML we are having our own tags and our own rules and regulation, our own attributes, but in HTML only the predefined tags or predefined syntax only available. And then selector. See, this is very important. In which particular tag, in which particular portion we are going to apply this style. We are going to apply this style. That will be given by the selector. That will be given by the selector. Here body portion, right? In body tag we are applying font size as 10, background color as #FFF, and color colon value. So this is also we'll see later, syntax for CSS, right? What is the syntax we need to follow for applying CSS style or for creating CSS file? First one, selector, we should give selector, here P is a selector string, and then next one braces, and then what are the, because we are going to give not only a single property, more than one property or more than one style we are going to give, so that font size colon X large, background color colon yellow, right? In this before colon it is called as property names, after colon it is called as value for that property, value for that property, or declaration of values for the specific properties exist there. Everything included within the open braces and closed braces, right? So this is CSS syntax we are following here. In the CSS concern, first we should give the property name and declaration, value declaration. All those things should be included in the declaration block. That should be enclosed by open braces, closed braces, and then selector string preceded with the declaration block. There are different types of selectors available. Simple type selector means we will give only one tag. Body is a tag, open braces, where we can declare any number of styles. And second example is P, paragraph tag, and then open braces and close braces. Within that you can define any style. And strong, it means for individual element, each and every element we want to apply the style, we need to define a CSS block. We need to define a CSS block that comes under simple type selector. It selects every instance. See, wherever the paragraph tag available in the HTML document, so each and every instance of the tag selected, and then apply the style what we have defined with the CSS. This is very common selector we are using in CSS. The second type is group type selector. Second type is group type selector. See, in the previous simple type selector, each and every tag has its own rules and regulation or styles. But here in the group type selector, we are applying a particular set of styles to a group of selectors, group of desired selectors. Those selectors can be separated by comma. For example, I want to apply the color, font, those styles to H1 to H6 tag, H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. So for all 6 heading tags I want to apply the same style. In such case, all selectors comes under group type selector. It is separated by comma, and then within the braces we need to define the styles which we want to apply for all tag, group type selector. And next one, wildcard selector. All elements available in a particular page, we can apply this style. The left margin, right margin, top, bottom margin can be applied by using wildcard selector. It selects all documents, all elements in the web page, and then apply the style, define the style to all elements. And another important point you should remember, this can be combined with, wildcard selector can be combined with other selectors. The next one, selector flexibility. Selector flexibility. The usefulness of selector relates to how much specificity you have in selecting different parts of the page. See, when we are either defining the rules or selecting a particular element from the web page, in those cases we must be very careful, as well as when we are selecting a particular part of the web page, how far it is important, how far that selector is important. That is very, very important here. And then suppose your personal web page, you can give, you want to give different font and different style, that is also be given, and same font, same color throughout the style you can give. If you want, you can give, but it is not appropriate. You may not want to same, you may not want the same font, color, type, style, different font and different style in your personal web page. Then the selector gives that flexibility. Selector gives the flexibility because based on the importance of the content, the selector gives the relationship. Selector gives the relationship. We can define the styles according to the importance of the web page. And then you can make use of the declaration with the selector, for the p tag that is given here. For any tag, for any tag you can combine selector with the declaration. Here in this example, paragraph tag is given and font size is 10 pixel, 10 pixel, and then background color #left and color. This particular example informs the compiler by using these font size and color, background color, the content should be displayed in the paragraph tag. When we are naming the element, how to name the element? See, there are two naming options for an HTML document. There are two naming options available, ID and the class name. Generally, we are applying these two naming. Apart from that, a span is available, that we'll see later. Two important naming options for an XML document, assigning ID names and then class names. When you give HTML document with a class attribute or ID attribute, then you can give the name for that class. you have to give the name for the class or name for the ID. That name can be used in the CSS or style declaration in CSS file. If you are using ID and class in your file, what is the difference between these two? The ID declaration is same as class declaration. Still, even though it is applied only once, it should be a unique one. It should be a unique one. Once per web page, only one ID is or can be declared for the entire web page. Can be declared for the entire web page. See, the syntax for ID and class are similar, identical. For class, we are having dot symbol. For ID, we are having dollar symbol. Dollar symbol. I told the difference between the ID and the class. ID should be unique so that only once per web page you can give that property. But class, any number of times you can give. ID preceded with the hash in the CSS declaration. Class concern, you need to use dot in the CSS declaration. So this is an example. See here, the HTML block is given. HTML body h1 body, closing tag of body and closing tag of HTML. This is. See here, class equal to big blue, right? H1 class equal to big blue, where we can give some text introduction. Within this header, I am giving class. If you want to apply style for this class, then as I said previously, dot symbol should be preceded with the big blue. Dot big blue is the style for or syntax for selector, class selector. It means syntax for class selector. Example is dot big blue, open braces, font weight bold, font color blue, and close braces. And then next one, how to give styles for link. See, we know that each and every web page may contain more than one hyperlink based on the content depth. More number of web pages linked together in the form of hyperlink. If you want further details about that, then we need to click the link. Then we are transported from the current web page to that web page. Here, A:link. There are 4 different selectors available for the link tag. Link visited, hyperlink. Link visited, hands over, and then active. See, these 4 styles can be defined or can be applied with the link. You know that hyperlink can be provided or can be declared in the HTML tag using A. A tag is nothing but hyper reference or anchor. It is called as anchor tag, where we can give hyperlink to another web pages. When we are giving like that, a different color can be applied to the link not visited or once visited, and we are moving the cursor towards that or over the text, and then active mouse button related color. This particular color, right? Last A:active, right? A:active. This color is applied while we are clicking the left mouse button. A:"link, not yet visited. All link not yet visited, right? not yet visited, no one click that link, then we are giving one color. And then once any one visitor or one customer visits that our link, click the link, then we are changing the color from the link to visited another color. See the first color, color colon hash FF 0000. See next one 00FF00. So we are changing the color after visiting the link. And then hands over, and then hands over. When we are moving the cursor, moving our hands on top of the text displayed, then we are changing the color from the previous one to next one. Active already I told that, right? And then nested selector is also possible. Nested selector is also possible. See here, unordered list UL, and then LI, list item, and A, and then strong. This syntax is similar like group selector, but no comma. If you are giving comma, it is called as multiple selector. Here it is not given. In such case, first it takes the unordered list UL, where we can find the LI, list item, in that A, and then this particular style is applied. Right? Strong tag. See, strong tag, I think you may know that bold. In order to get bold text, we can make use of strong tag in the HTML. You can apply this particular style to any strong element, that should be enclosed with the A. It is strong is a descendant of the superior A. And then which is enclosed within R, which LI the A is available, and in which UL, unordered list, it is available, then that particular style will be applied. This is called as a descendant selector or nested selector. And then images with the CSS. Images with the CSS. First one, rounded image. You can execute, right? You can execute this particular tag by using Oxygen editor or any other XML editor. You can execute this, or you can place the code, CSS code and HTML code, in the notepad, and then you are able to execute that notepad. You have to declare our HTML document in one text file or notepad file. Notepad file. You can save that file is HTML, and then all those elements defined in the HTML tag. You need to define the CSS applied to that image. In order to get rounded image, see, you are adding an image, right? You are adding an image by using img tag that you know. You can add any images into your web page by using img tag. Here I am going to display that image as a rounded fashion. So in that case, border radius 8px img. Circle image, border radius colon 50% border radius. See, these are all the properties available in CSS for getting border related styles. So this is an example for previously I have given the code snippet for img inclusion, img CSS. See here, doc type HTML head. You know the head tag. The style can be declared, right? Style can be declared within the head or within the body. In any places based on your requirements, you can display HTML head style. within the header tag we need to define the style tag, style, and then img open braces border radius 50%. So 50% circle image, 50% circle image, and then close braces, and then close the style, close the head. See, in later slides I'll tell you there are three different places we are able to define the style: inline style, internal style, external style. That we'll see later. Here I am using within the HTML document itself, I am defining the style, img tag style, and then body tag and h2 circled image, and then use the border radius property to create circled image. These are all the text we can include, any text we can include here. img src equal to source, which image we want to display, that should be available here using this property src, and then alt image 1. Suppose image is not displayed, then in that location image 1 will be alternate text, image 1 will be displayed. Width is 300 and height is 300, and then close the body and close the HTML. If you are creating this and type this program in the notepad and save the program using HTML extension, and then go to browser, display, or call the file. In the file place, file location, we can type the resource location or URL or URI. In that location you can get the file, and you are able to see the image with a rounded model. And then next example, image, more number of styles can be declared for the image here. Doc type HTML, HTML tag started here, head, style. Within this style we can define any number of style. img border 1 pixel solid, and some color is given for that border. Border radius, padding, and width is available. These are all the border related properties. What is the width, what is the depth, what is the radius, border radius, and what is the color, and what is the size of the border. Everything we are defining here. And then whenever we are moving the hands over the image, then we are defining some box. We are defining some box shadow. Shadowed box is created whenever we are moving the cursor over the image, right? The shadow property is given. See, we are giving box, right? So width, height, and what is the size of that, what is the size of the box, shadow, and then the other four properties for related with the color. So after defining the style, close the style and header tag and start the body tag. H1, thumbnail image as link. We are going to create a link in the image. So whatever content you need, that you can type here. A target underscore blank. See, target underscore blank, which is nothing but whenever we are clicking that image, then a new web page will be opened, or new window will be opened, where we are defining or we are displaying the paris.jpg, and then hyperreference it is, right? Hyperreference. The image tag is displayed in the next line. Image src, which image we want to display, and what is the alternate text, what is the style. Already style is available in the width style available in the image. It is not necessary. For understanding purpose, I am giving this is inline style. In the subsequent slide, I'll explain that. And then close the anchor tag and then body HTML. See, you can execute. See, all programs, whatever programs we have discussed here, I'll execute in a separate presentation, right? I'll execute these files in a separate presentation, right? So you can type these codes in the notepad and save it as an HTML file and open the HTML file in the browser. You are able to get the style. You are able to get the style. And then link, visitor link, hands over, and then active for all styles. Here the program is declared. A doc type HTML tag is opened, and then header tag, and then style. Collective styles can be declared within the style tag. Unvisited link, link, color is red. Visited link, color is green. Visited property gives the visited link color. One time, at least one time, if you are clicking that link, then automatically color has been changed from red to green. Mouse over, hot pink, and then active blue, active anchor tag active braces color blue. These are the CSS properties. And then close the style, close the head, and close the open the body and the heading, and then this is very important, the hyperreference should be opened here, because we are applying all those styles into the hyperlink. Ahref hyperreference equal to which file we are linking with this, which file we are linking with the hyperreference, that is given here. And then whether that content is displayed within the window or outside of window, a new window should be opened. By default, a new window will be opened for displaying the content whenever we are clicking the link. And then note, we can apply, we can see what is the intention here. I am using another tag, means you can define your own any number of tags within the same file, but we are applying only style for the links. See, two or more link, right? Two or more link can have same style. A link, A visited can have same type of same style, and handover active follows same style. This also be possible here. The next one, cascading. It means we can define different colors with more specific selector. That is called as cascading. Cascading means more specific selector. It means we are defining black color for body content. Here we are defining color black for body content. In that, specifically I want to apply red color, right? I want to apply the same body tag, right? Same body tag, I need to apply red color. I need to apply red color with the class selection. This is called as more specific selector. This is called as more specific selector dot red class name, dot red class name. So we can give the class name. More specifically we can apply. In general, we are applying a specific color to body tag. In specific, particularly we are applying red color to the specific content. I am red. See, body tag, within the body tag I am having two different paragraph tag. Here for I am black, that particular content displayed in the black color, and then whenever I am including class equal to red, right? In those places, the text will be displayed in red color. The text will be displayed in red color. Close the body tag. This is called as cascading. We can define the general rule. More specifically, we can give selector, and then we are applying different styles within the generalized content. Within the generalized content. And then, what if there is a tie? That is very important. You are defining three different styles, right? You are defining three different styles for paragraph tag. Three different styles for paragraph tag. In such case, see here, I am declaring font weight is bold, normal, color is green. All three styles I am applying for the paragraph tag. All three styles I am applying for the paragraph tag. So that in such case, here I'm using a paragraph tag in the HTML, right? I'm using paragraph tags in the HTML. I'm declaring three different styles. Which one will be applied? Here a tie is presented, right? A tie is available here. More than one style for the same selector. In such case, which one will be selected? Whenever there is a tie, the tied selector select most recent or mostly or immediately preceding HTML element. Immediately preceding HTML. Here, the last, right? The font weight normal. Font weight normal. In this case, last defined selector wins the race. Last defined selector wins the race. I mean, in the font weight second P, color concern last one. Font weight concern second P, second paragraph tag. Color green third one. So that last defined selector will be selected if there is a tie. And then span. See, we can declare or we can apply. So far what we are seeing, we are defining body tag. Within that we are defining images, links, and then paragraph tag we are defining. Within the body tag, if you want to apply two different styles for two different paragraphs, that is we have seen in the previous example. Here by using span, we can apply a style to a specific text. You are writing two lines. In that two lines, you want to highlight one or two words. You want to highlight one or two words. That can be possible using span tag. That can be possible using span tag. Right? By using span tag, we are able to do that. And another important point I want to tell you, CSS inheritance. CSS inheritance. See, what is mean by inheritance? The child can get the properties from its parents, right? A child can get the properties from its parent. That is called as inheritance. Like inheritance, we are able to do in CSS also, right? What if no style declaration applied to a particular property of an element, right? In that case, see, you are defining an element, no style is applied for that element. No style is, more than one style is defined for that particular tag. If you are following the previous case, then what happened? Right? If you are following the previous case, then what happened? Any one will be selected. The last one will be selected. But here, I need to apply a set of styles for a particular text. Set of style in a particular text by using inheritance. So in that case, what I am doing, I am declaring certain property for certain elements. All those elements are having inheritance relationship or hierarchical relationship. See the HTML content, body tag. Within the body tag, unordered list UL is available. Within UL, LI is available. Within LI, P is available. Paragraph tag is available. See, come to the CSS side. body font weight bold, LI font style italic, paragraph font size larger, span font weight normal, right? Because all body content takes bold form, you want to highlight some text that is embossed or that is displayed in normal text. In this case, the span tag, right? The span tag, or if you are taking P tag, it follows hierarchical relationship. UL, LI is available within body tag and P is available within LI, so that font weight bold, font style italic, font size larger, font weight normal. So all styles is followed, all styles are followed here. This is inheritance. It means the paragraph tag inherits the properties from LI tag and LI tag inherits the properties from body tag. So if you are using paragraph tag, it reflects its parent style as well as its own style, its parent style as well as its own style. So everything is applied here. If you want to apply in such a way, you can follow CSS inheritance. See, generally the property value is inherited from the nearest ancestor element that has the value for the property that I told you. If no ancestor has a value, then CSS defines an initial value that is used, right? Whenever a value is given for a particular property, there are three different categories available: specified property value, computed property value, actual property value. In the specified property value, that should be available in the declaration itself, and then absolute value you can define 2 centimeter, 2 pixel, like absolute value you can give, or relative. From the current context, it takes value depends on the current context, it takes relative. Example is larger. And computed value, maybe parent size into 2, into 3, like computation. Before applying the style value to the property, some computation is to be carried out, and then computed final value is applied to the specific property. Actually, the value is applied by the browser. As I said previously, different browser behaves differently for CSS. So that actual value used by the browser, there are three different values available. See, so far we have discussed what is CSS, what is the syntax for CSS, and how to declare CSS, for images and links, border, and so on. The remaining concept from CSS we will see in the next session. Thanks for listening. Thank you.